So we adults are now more informed and less panicky about the coronavirus. Great. But how do you go about explaining this to your kids?
Well, here to help is Israeli psychologist Dr. Kamila Forkosh Lavan. Thanks for coming in. All right, so tell us a little bit about how you should go about explaining the coronavirus to your kids. What is the best way to do that?
I think similar to any kind of stressful situation potentially, and why is it stressful? Because it's everywhere on TV, of course. It's best to first start by asking questions. See what the child already knows, what are the fears, what maybe they discussed already with their peers. So it's very, very important to know first where they stand.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's always the first step.
Okay.
So, but beyond that, I mean, do you leave out some of the doom and gloom? Are you totally candid and honest, or do you maybe, sugar it up a little bit?
I think that in this case with coronavirus, we're on a good side because if you do look at the statistics are actually not so dramatic as it might seem. So for example, up until 50 years and over, it only rises on top over the 1%. Everything else is under 1% of mortality rate. Children from 9 years and down, there's no mortality rate, right? So it's very important to understand that there are many illnesses that we already are tackling, like for example, cardiovascular and strokes, yes, that don't even stand close to the mortality rate of coronavirus, yet no one's in panic running to the gym and trying to eat healthy, yes? So it's very important to do get educated. Look at the statistics, go to the World Health Association, there are many others. Go see the actual research, not just the drama around it, but you go see be informed first, so that you are calm, so that you understand that this is not something to be that panicked about. And of course, one person, no one wants to be that 1% even, or 0.00011 human to be dying, but you need to understand that the situation isn't so dire. And your calmness will also, of course, in turn go towards your children.
But again, I mean, we are seeing these extreme quarantine measures taking place in Israel. The health ministry seems to be panicked itself in terms of sending almost everybody. I mean, they're talking today about bringing people who come in from all over the world. Any person who enters Israel from abroad now going into self-quarantine. So it makes you think that perhaps this is bigger than we actually think it is, right?
It's a very good point, right? So even one person is too many. No one wants to be that one person. Yes, I think it's very smart and very responsible of them to make sure that the infection rate is kept down because it is infectious. Yes, so you want to keep it down because you don't know. No one wants to be again that family member that passed away. Okay,
right.
No one wants. So it's very, very smart of them and very responsible. Like just right now we saw the interview that they do not look at the everything all around it and making sure that no person is affected if you can prevent it. Yes, but at the same time on the other side balance it out. See that the statistics aren't so dire. This is not such a horrible situation. So also for the quarantine, if it would be like the Black Plague or I don't know, really something horrible, no one would be allowed to go home to do the quarantine.
Sure.
Like no one would be allowed, because what happens at home? There are other family members. There are delivery people bringing you food. By the time there are people. I know also clients and also in personal life, there are people that were already amongst us, and then all of a sudden they got a call, okay, go to quarantine. So it wasn't something. It's not that serious. It's serious to where you shouldn't spread it, but it's not that serious to where it warrants a panic.
All right. So my next question, anyways. We've talked a lot about people going into quarantine right now. There are upwards of 100,000 Israelis in quarantine. What do you do to stay sane, to stay calm, especially if you have kids that you then have to explain to them, you can't go out for the next 2 weeks?
Right. I think it's a very good question. Books are your friends. I think books are your friends in general in life, right?
Right.
But aside from that, we have videos, we have television, we have talk to people. This is an opportunity to rest, sleep in, do your thing, have fun, like literally have fun. Talk to your friends on Skype if you need to talk to them, reach out. I have clients, we're having Skype sessions. It's not the end of the world. People do deliveries.
2 weeks stuck inside a room in your house, I mean...
I'd be very happy to be stuck right now inside
I mean, a lot of
and
people are
sleep.
saying that, but then I think about the reality of what that's actually like.
I think you say that until you're in isolation.
Right.
But it's not still, even though, let's say, you're stuck in the room for those 2 weeks, or what if you're on bed rest as a pregnant woman because you can't get out, or maybe, after an operation and you're stuck in a hospital. There are sometimes things that maybe aren't the most optimal, but see a way that this is not the end of the world. You're still going to be hopefully okay. Everything's going to be fine because the percentages are, again, of mortality are very low. The recovery rate is 94%. This is important to remember, okay?
Yeah.
94, that's a lot. And this is only from the people that got infected, which aren't that many. So okay, it's not convenient, but see, look for the positives. And I think it's also maybe an opportunity from a psychological perspective. I am a psychologist. From a psychological perspective, maybe this is an opportunity to grow, to expand your horizons.
Start
maybe
looking at the positive
exactly.
things
See
Start
what you can
looking
do
for
for
a new
yourself.
job.
Change the angle
All
that
right.
you look at things. That's good.
All right, Kamila, thank you for
so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you.